Hey guys, welcome to Mikey's Video Game Madness. Today we're playing Crysis 3 on the PlayStation 3. I originally played this on the Xbox 360 and finished it on the Xbox 360. I'm not too familiar with the PlayStation 3 version. As you can see, I'm playing it for the first time. Hopefully this will line up properly to the monitor. Yeah, so out of all the Crysis games, this is probably... They're all good games, but this is probably my least favorite of them. I like Crysis, the first Crysis, the best. Second Crysis, the second best. And then this is the one I like the third best. If I say the least amount, it sounds like it's like a bad game or something. It's not. It's just shorter, and I just like the environments of the second game, and it still doesn't have the open-endedness of the first game that I really liked. That's closer to the way Far Cry 1 and Far Cry 3 is. I guess you could say Far Cry 2, but I don't like to mention Far Cry 2 because I don't like Far Cry 2. But that's a different story altogether. But if you want to know why, I just don't like the respawning enemies, and you never really feel like you get to take over anything, and everything breaks down, and you're stuck with the similar weapons. I don't know, it's a clusterfuck to me. Let's just continue the campaign and not talk about other games. If you're not familiar with the Crysis games, you can click on previously on Crysis, but we're not going to do that. We're going to play as Soldier. Do I want to play the tutorial? No, I do not. I probably need to, but you know, I'm not gonna do it. So, we're gonna see how this game functions versus Enemy Front, which uses the same engine. Crytek actually developed the CryEngine 3, and now it's just called the CryEngine. As if you saw an Enemy Front, it was just called the CryEngine. They don't number it anymore. But since Crytek made this and made the engine, I'm wondering if this game's going to utilize it better. Again, I'm more familiar with the Xbox 360 version, so I don't know how it'll fare. But I remember playing Crysis 2, which ran on the same engine as this, and it ran really well. So, and that was on the PlayStation 3. And Crysis, the first one on the console, ran well too. I know the console version of Crysis 1 isn't the full experience, but because it's missing like that flying level, and I'm sure if you have a super crazy good PC or even an average PC, it probably looks better than Crysis on the PlayStation and Xbox 360. But I'm very happy with all the Crysis games on the consoles and how they turned out. I'm fully aware there's a better version out there, but these versions work just fine. I would be surprised if they try to put these games on the next-gen consoles with all the remastered shit that's coming out. At least you know it would take advantage of it, because I mean people use these games to benchmark their video cards. I really wish they would let me skip this. I skipped previously on Crysis. I don't need to see this shit, because this is kind of retelling some of the story, and we would just want to play the game.
I saw a glimpse of what's coming.
This game's over before you know it, but what's in the game is good. The Crysis games are all good games. If you don't plan on playing the other Crysis games, I would recommend you click on previously on Crysis, because to get everything out of the story, you're gonna have to know what happened in the other Crysis games. They never released the expansion, which was actually standalone up the first Crysis, which was Warhead, which one of the main character you play as in Warhead is in this game, so I would have figured they would have released it on the console. But I don't know. This is all still pre-rendered cutscenes, so this isn't the engine. So if you think the graphics are mind-blowing right now, don't, because the game's not actually running yet. I only played like a beta version of multiplayer on PlayStation 3, and it looked pretty bad, but maybe it looks better now. I don't know. This was one of the free games that they give you on PlayStation Network. So this is one of those games where you could take the action or stealth approach. It has a lot in common with Far Cry, because the first Far Cry was actually made by Crytek. It looks pretty similar to the Xbox 360 version. It looks a little bit fuzzier, but I'm also not playing with HDMI, and I have the default setting locked to 720, so nothing's upscaled or anything, so that could be part of the reason. HDMI definitely adds better contrast versus the component cables, but I have no way of recording any other way.
The Alpha Seth?
No. Remember those guys who
But yeah, the frame rate already runs a lot better than Enemy Front. Or maybe he just walks faster than the guy in Enemy Front. So if you're not familiar with the Crysis games, you have this mode, which is like armor, and you see your energy at the bottom right, so that's that shows you how much energy you have, and the more you run or move or whatever, like, the more energy it takes. But I'm not quite sure, but I think that it doesn't take energy away in this one, but it did in the other games. And then you have like this stealth mode, which is kind of like the Predator. And since this is an open-ended game, I should technically be able to swim. Although it's a little disorienting because I don't know where I am. There we go. I haven't played the Xbox 360 version in a long time, so I really can't compare, but I think it was clear on Xbox 360. But again, I'm not using HDMI and whatever native resolutions or upscaled resolution this runs on. I have it locked to 720. I don't know if it goes at a higher resolution, but I think the HDMI has a lot to do with the contrast and clarity of the picture, and I use HDMI with the 360 version too, so I really can't compare. Unfortunately, when I got my PlayStation 4, gosh, I can't believe there's 4 PlayStations already. I feel so old. When I got my PlayStation 4, I gave away my Xbox and all the games, and one of those games is Crysis 3. There has to be a freaking ladder somewhere. I don't know if you can tell, but I don't remember anything about how to beat this level. I'm hoping for a ladder somewhere. I thought it'd be cool and jump in the water and do something super stealthy, but I don't know if that's gonna necessarily happen. Put my Predator mode on. Oh, that's the guy that's on my side. I was about to kill him, or at least try to. Get out of that mode, seriously. It was a very nice looking game, despite it sorta has like this haze on it, but like I said, the HDMI might fix that issue. I don't know. But beside that, the 360 and PlayStation version are very comparable. And there's a lot of effects that are subtle that you don't realize. Like if you turn around, there's like this blur effect, or somebody moves real fast. That's intentional. That's not your TV or the PlayStation trying to catch up. Also, one thing I like about the Crysis games is you can pick shit up and throw it. The environments aren't always necessarily destructible, but you have a lot of freedom. I believe you can hack. Oh, I need to customize scope. I don't really see the point of lasers in most games. What do they want me to put the silencer on? There. Now I'm like 007.
We're walking straight through the front door. Surprise is going to be our only chance. No one's crazy enough to give this a go. It's quiet. QRF teams on standby.
I really don't care about being stealthy. Just like Far Cry, you have like a binocular mode where you can kind of, and Sniper Elite does it too, where you kind of find people and you can mark them.
Warning. Threat level orange. Suit disembarkation in progress.
Let me get out of this mode before I get killed. Hiding over there, it's okay. I'll find you eventually. Oh
Sometimes I
shit!
feel sorry for
I
these
just went
bastards.
down that hole.
But mostly, I just kill them.
Usually in the beginning of the Crysis games, you feel really powerful. Then as you progress further in the game gets more difficult. You start to really feel fragile. That's the way the cookie crumbles. Let's test this game's particles. Nice explosions, had a lot of nice little particle effects, good for them. Oh shit, going to armor mode. We can get out of armor mode now because we're not getting shot at, whatever. Hold to use. I'm using it because I holded it. So what she said, she's a really weird chick and she talks like that.
Outages can be expected due to storm damage affecting the state power grid.
Okay, I'm being shot at now. And apparently I need to go back in there or something. I don't know. Let's go see what the people that are shooting at me are up to. Even though I have this super cool suit on, I apparently can't punch through glass. Even PCP addicts can do that, why can't I? Oh shit, who's shooting at me? Entering not so stealthy mode because I'm being shot at. Alright, I'm completely missing where this... Oh, I see him now. He's running up and down the steps. Where are you? Let me take care of you. license. Shouldn't be shooting at people. Maybe people won't shoot back or punch you out or whatever the hell I did. That kind of suggested somebody was still shooting at me. There's not enough people to really cause any danger. Kind of like in Terminator mode, where being shot at is more of an inconvenience than anything.
I need help now!
Romeo 1, moving to target, over.
Okay. One thing that I really like about Half-Life 2 is that I'm always in control. The crossbow in this game is pretty cool, by the way, but I'm always in control, even during like the cutscenes. I can run around and stuff. I don't like in a first-person shooter game where your control is taken away from you and you're essentially just watching. I really wish I could just be in control and just feel like I'm part of the game instead of right now the game's playing itself for me.
Now let's move out. Let's go.
That's just a personal thing with me.
Romeo 1, we've breached Foxtrot 4. Burnout prepped and ready, over.
This game has a lot of post-processing. Like if you look at the weapons, they're blurry at first. That's intentional. It's not like a glitch in the graphics. Let me go into my little stealth mode. See this guy here. I'm not 100% sure, but I think you can recover the arrows. Even though it's a bow, like it's one of the most powerful weapons that you have in the game. Should have used the damn thing on this asshole up here. Oh well. We'll just have to die with good old bullets. I'm really not trying to be stealthy anymore. I like how you can customize your weapons. Shouldn't that take off the silencer? No attachment. I guess it has a silencer no matter what. I figured my gun would be more powerful if it didn't have a silencer on it. That, and it sounds like a remote control helicopter when it fires. I'm running low on these bullets of this particular gun. One thing about these sci-fi games is that you get a gun and you really have no idea what it does until you fire at it. It's like called a feline or whatever. I don't know what the hell that is. You gotta kind of figure out everything out. If you play like if I play a World War II game, I know exactly what everything does. But I mean, I like variety, and I guess once you get used to the weapons, you kind of have an idea what they do. But when you first initially play these types of games or whatever, it kind of throws you off a bit because you don't know what to do. I'm having rage. Fuck this game not having destructible environments. And this chair's not even comfortable. I'll throw it again.
Security breach. Sector Beta 2.
Let's person that shoots at me, I'm gonna throw a chair at him. I'm gonna do it. Unless it's that guy, because I can't throw that far. Somebody's getting the chair.
We need to hurry up. Go on.
Oh, you gotta make me throw the thing? Son of a bitch. Oh good, I can pick it up later. Okay. Where's the hacking thingy that I gotta hack? Oh, there it is. Now you gotta play this game where you gotta stop the things when it goes to the peak of that little graph. I don't know what you would call it. Give me that chair. I'm still throwing it at somebody if I can.
Games are finished. You should know that by now.
Collect data. I guess it's a collectible. Whoop-de-doo fucking do. Could have sworn. Oh, there it is. I was about to say, I could have sworn there was an area where I could refill my ammo up. I knew I wasn't imagining things. Apparently I needed all of it.
Cycle, let's move.
Did I like...
Show me your face. You cut me out my fucking suit. Now show me your face.
Cycle, let's go.
Come on.
I will find you. I will fucking...
By the way, I know it's a little late in the game, but... the game supports 3D, which is kind of impressive considering how much is probably pushing the console graphic-wise.
A lot of the lads died screaming. Their hearts gave up
Okay,
from the shock.
we get it. They had a hard time when they pulled the suits off. Let me get through the door. You gonna open it or what? You gonna look at me?
Oh, fuck it.
Thank you for finally deciding to proceed forward. Really appreciate it.
Let's go.
Is that something I need to collect? No. I'm collecting this chair though. Open the door, you stupid fucking little twat.
Okay, I'll give you cover.
Alright. I've never wanted to throw this chair at anybody so bad in my entire life, even though this is the first time I've really attempted to do it, but that still accounts for the first time in my entire life. There you go. There. Did that kill you? Wow, I throw really hard. So much for the stealthy approach.
That just made my job a little bit harder.
Didn't even blow up the barrel. He just... well, it's on his way. Even though this game isn't open-ended, it does have... what am I supposed to do? Get shot at by a helicopter. I don't have like bazooka arms or something. That's what happens when you mess around and try to throw a chair at somebody. I don't think we'll throw a chair this time.
Okay, I'll give you cover. Let's link up on the far side.
All sector alert. Fugitives are crossing the
Health critical. I didn't even know I was being shot at. But that might be because I have the sound almost on 0. Yeah.
That just made my job a little bit harder.
Just stand still. It'll hurt a lot less. Especially if I hit you in the head. Just melee the motherfuckers. I died. So meleeing the motherfuckers probably wasn't the best plan of action.
Okay, I'll give you cover. Let's link up on the far side.
All systems alert. Fugitives are crossing the perimeter. Terminate with extreme.
All security systems sound way more serious in a female British accent. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Fugitives located.
Like if it was like some lady from the Midwest or whatever, you probably wouldn't take it nearly as seriously. Like, this place is gonna blow up in 10 seconds, don't you know? Like, you wouldn't really take that as serious. Maybe you would. I wouldn't personally. Ooh, this has a reflex on it and only 25 bullets. And I am dying left and right because I'm not being stealthy.
Give you cover. Let's link up on the far side.
See, this is what I should do, but I didn't.
Systems alert. Fugitives are crossing the perimeter. Terminate with extreme prejudice.
That was probably the worst Midwest accent that I could have possibly, or anyone in that, for that matter, could have possibly ever done, but, you know, it's not a competition. Oh, they're all yellow.
Oh shit, they're here, clear! Actual 2-4, HVT is at the bridge area 5, Delta 6.
Somebody's shooting behind me. How come I didn't see you before? Oh well, you got stabbed in the throat.
All security details to
That just made my job a little bit harder.
Yeah, I'm so sorry about your job being harder. I'll try to keep that in mind the next time I'm being shot at. Oh, thank goodness for this reflex sight. Oh, I got a helicopter on my ass. I gotta stay stationary. All these threats, man. They're a bummer. Dying left and right here.
Okay, I'll give you cover.
I barely have any arrows.
all systems alert. Fugitives are crossing the perimeter. Terminate with extreme prejudice.
There's more enemies than I have arrows. Let's see here. There's one arrow gone the waist. So we're already starting off on a bad note. Who is the world's worst shot? Apparently I am. Thought that would have hit. Back to the stupid. I used to have this down to a freaking art, but not anymore, as you can see. Hopefully I can collect some of those arrows. Yeah, at least I can collect them. There's a lot of bad guys over there. Go hide in this room for a little while. Hopefully they're gonna run and attack me, and we're gonna go from there.
Fugitives located. Security details.
That just made my job a little bit harder.
Care about you or your job. I'm the one in the shit right now. Yeah, thanks for the heads up. Has to be a better way of doing this. I'm just not doing it the better way. Too bad I can't throw a chair at that helicopter. Shooting at it's not going to do much. Alright, so this game's kind of hard to play quickly and recording a commentary. This is Crysis 3. It's a decent first person shooter on the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and the PC. I personally like Crysis 1 and 2 better. I like 1 the best, 2 the second best, and this the third best. If I say I like this one the least, like I said, it makes it sound like it's a negative thing. They're all great games, but I personally prefer the first one. Unfortunately, the PC is the only way you can get a physical copy of the first one. But if you like this video, please feel free to click the thumbs up button and leave a comment, positive or negative. If you decide to leave a negative one, please don't be a dick and leave constructive criticism and not asshole dick slash fucking douchebag comments or whatever. You're smart, you'll know the difference. But if you're new to this channel and you like this video, feel free to subscribe. And if you weren't necessarily into this video, there's other videos you can check out, which I'm sure you'll like, and then you can subscribe. Either way, you're probably gonna subscribe. I know it. You'll do it, right? Right? Alright. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you on the next video. Bye.